Welcome back to our lesson of Adobe Illustrator. In this lesson, we will be learning about how we can make a graffiti t-shirt design. Well, all of the resources or all of the things or elements or even decals which I'll be using will be given in our resource file, so you don't have to worry about it. If you want to use them, you can download it directly from the resource file which we have with this course. So without any further ado, let's just hop on to the lesson by opening Adobe Illustrator. As you can see that I have opened up Adobe Illustrator. Now click on more presets and use whichever one you want. If you wanted to use it for mobile, web, prints, that's like totally up to you. But I most of the time try using on A4 because that helps me to print it out later on if I need it. Now the next things I'm going to do is going to be opening it up. You can see from our resource file, I will select all the graffiti files. Now from here, I'm going to find out, let's say I'm going to do is, first off, I'm going to click on this. Let's say I'm going to find out graffiti. Okay, all of these, I'm going to need them. I'm going to click on all of these graffiti stuffs, which I have downloaded. You can see that there are a couple of things which I'll be able to use. You can see I have different alphabets. I have different, logos which I can use, such as decals, and then we have spray decals also. You don't have to worry about anything. And the last one, we have a couple of texts which we'll be able to use too, and all of them will be given in our our resource file, so you don't have to worry about it either. And all of them are vector files, so you don't have to worry about losing any let's say the resolution. So let's just start off. Now from the first thing, what I will be needing is going to be a canvas. If you want to use a canvas, that's up to you, but I can use a canvas, but also at the same time I don't like using it that much. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to be keeping or using in our alphabets. Let's say, what am I going to type? So the things I'm going to be using or typing it up, let's say what I'm going to do is I'm going to select on red R. What I'm going to do is take A. I'm going to use D. Okay, I'm going to use these first. Make sure that they are perfectly placed in. Then take the other ones, whichever one you want. Let's say I'm going to take C. Where's L? I'm going to click the other one. Let's say I'm going to use these. Okay, so I'm going to do is position them according to my desire now. And then I think what you can do is also turn them into outline so that you can use it later on. But I'm going to do is keep them just the way they are. So I'm going to be keeping them just the way it is. Increase the size a bit. Increase the size whenever you need. Okay, we have our text. And the next thing we're gonna do, let's say I'm gonna do is increase the size a bit more on the the bottom one, because this needs to look a bit bigger than the first or the uppercase letters. Okay, now as we're done with alphabets, the next thing I'm gonna do is take these. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use this too at the same time. Okay, we have it. Now we're going to use a couple of logos, and also you can use spray decals. Now the first thing I'm going to do is going to be taking in whichever one you want or whichever type of method you want to use. Let's say I'm going to do is make something like this, or you can also take the specific parts which you have over here. You can take it up and paste it wherever you basically want, but you can also make them according to your desire, or wherever you want them to be. Okay, so I'm going to click on them, click on fill. I'm going to do is click on this picker tool, and then I'm going to use this. Select on this color, make them to be like this. Press on cancel. You can see now this is how it will look like, but I'm not going to keep this to be like this. Okay, it is invisible, so I guess black is better. I'm gonna press on Z so that I can keep it black. Okay, black or white maybe. Okay, not white. Okay, we'll just keep it like this for a while, and then later on we can change it up. If you want to change any specific ones, just double click on it and then paste it wherever you want. So let's say I'm going to keep it right over there. I'm going to do this over here. I'm going to make a couple more copies of this. This looks good. I'm going to make another one over here, but a bit smaller. Okay, better. Now as we have it, now the next thing, okay, let's just add in a bit of stroke on these. Not black, obviously white, so that it's visible. Zero 0.25 works. Okay, so we are basically done on the layer. Now it's a bit more visible. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is going to be using a bit of decals, which I'll be able to use it from over here. We can use logos too if you want to. Let's say I'm going to take this. First thing I'm going to do is decrease the size. I'm going to select on it, and then let's see why is it not visible, because I'm going to go over here on logos because it's white basically. So I'm going to do is change the color to black. Change it to black. Control Z. Okay, I'm gonna do is keep this to be white. Okay, let's just use a bit of black over here. And on this one, I'm gonna do is make this to be white. I'm gonna use white over here. Also white over here. Let's just try taking this up over here. Okay, it doesn't look that good. Just keep it just the way it is. Okay, this doesn't look bad. Okay, let's just ungroup them first. Now what I'm going to do is going to be keeping or selecting on this. Select on object and ungroup them. And click on object and ungroup. Instead of this, being like this, I'm gonna do is add the stroke to be a bit smaller and the fill to be white. So let's just go up a bit. We'll press on Control Z. What I'm gonna do is reduce the size a bit and then try pasting it right over here. I'm gonna take this part, reduce the stroke, reduce this a bit, and try pasting it over here. A bit more shorter. Works. I have to take this part and let's say the short stroke should be a bit shorter, but the fill should be white. Okay. Now the other one, which we have over here, the stroke, let's say I'm going to keep it like this, and I'm going to do is fix the stroke. 2 PT, and there we go. We have it. Select it. We have the other ones, which we have over here is this path. Exactly, we have to reduce the stroke a bit. Fix out the fill. Okay, let's time this, just add in black. Okay, we have to reduce the stroke size and make it black. I'm gonna do is click on them, select on these, and let's try keeping it over here. Then I'm gonna do is select the whole thing. Let's select on this. Keep the stroke to be black. Just this. Keep the stroke black. I'm gonna just take this and make sure the stroke is a bit more, thinner. There you go. Group them up together. There you go. We have it. There you go. Click on Grafitti spray decals, and if you want to use this, I'm gonna take it up down over here. Do is paste it. I'm gonna do is rotate. But the thing I'm gonna do is going to be making it black. Okay. Click on this, click on black, and there you go. I'm gonna do is click on Objects, Arrange, Send to Back. And there you go. We basically have it. Select on all of this, Control G, group them together, open up the mockup file. Let's say I'm gonna use white t-shirt this time. Press on OK. I'm gonna go over here and take it to isolated white t-shirt. Press on OK. I'm gonna select on this and paste it right over here. Okay, so this is basically how it will look like. I'm gonna select on the specific one. What I'm going to do over here is that I'm going to do is reduce the stroke size a bit more. I can see it's a bit more visible. Okay, all good to go. So this is basically how it will look like. Okay, so hope you understood everything about this lesson on how you'll be able to make a graffiti t-shirt design on Adobe Illustrator. Now, let's move on to our next lesson of Adobe Illustrator t-shirt design.